The Ernakulam Police Principal Sessions Court is set to pronounce its verdict in the 2017 Kerala actress assault case today. Actor Dileep, the 8th accused, faces charges of masterminding the abduction and the sexual assault of the survivor. This will put an end to a legal battle that has gone on for almost 9 years, 8.5 years to be exact. 9 years back, a renowned Malayalam female actor was abducted, sexually assaulted by a group of men in a moving car in Kochi. The case instantly became headlines, particularly because the survivor's colleague, actor Dileep, was later accused of masterminding this entire case. And now this is the case in 2017. This actor assault case, actor Dileep was also accused. He was accused of masterminding. This is what we're hearing right now, that the actor Dileep has been found not guilty. This is the latest that we're getting in this case. The actor has been acquitted by the court in this case, a prolonged case that's lasted for over 8 years. They have pronounced that actor Dileep is not guilty and the court has acquitted Dileep. Now, this was a prolonged trial that's lasted for almost 9 years. The trial court in Kochi pronounced its judgment just a short while ago. This is what we're hearing right now. Actor Dileep has been found not guilty in the 2017 sexual assault case. Now, this was Haniyam Varghese, the Ernakulam Principal Sessions Judge, who has pronounced this verdict. And this is what we're hearing after a prolonged trial that's lasted almost 9 years. The trial court in Kochi has pronounced its judgment. Now, actor Dileep has been acquitted in this case. Now, this is what we're hearing in this latest case. This case had attracted attention. It dominated headlines. Let me just give you a little background into this. A woman actor was allegedly abducted and raped inside a moving car, and actor Dileep was arraigned as an accused in this case. He was the 8th accused. The charge against Mr. Dileep is that he conspired with others on 3 occasions to humiliate the survivor and suggested the filming of this obscene act as well. However, now we're hearing after this prolonged trial in this 2017 actor assault case, Dileep has been found not guilty. All right, for more on this, we're also now being joined by Neetu. Neetu, what can you tell us? This verdict that has just come out, he's been acquitted by the court in this case. What can you tell us?
The verdict has just come out, 8.5 years long trial, and finally the verdict has come out. 8th accused, actor Dileep, who was, according to the prosecution, the main conspirator. He was the one, according to the prosecution, to exact revenge, who had asked the accused one to commit this crime. But the court has now found that actor Dileep, the 8th accused in the case, is not guilty. The prosecution couldn't prove that he was indeed a conspirator. So the 8th accused has been found not guilty. He has been acquitted of all the charges. Now, accused 1 to 6.
Right, Neetu, just stay on with us. We also now have with us Beena Paul, Women in Cinema Collective member. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, I want to know what your assessment of this is.
Well, this is a private opinion. WCC will, of course, examine the judgment and we will look at it. But, of course, while we respect what the court says, we also do know that there has been a history of powerful men being able to get away with a lot. So, I'm sure she is going to appeal. I hope that, I don't know if this is going to be any closure for her, but yes, it is not what we expected. So we do respect, of course, the judgment.
Right, absolutely. I just wanted to understand, of course, you mentioned an appeal as well going forward. What other legal avenues remain in place that you will be pursuing as well?
Well, WCC, we really need to look at the judgment. We don't know what it reads like. But most important, it is that we are wanting change, we wanting systemic change, and whether that is, this judgment is going to help, that is the question.
Right. All right. Of course, as you mentioned, you are waiting to read the judgment and you don't know what it reads like as of now, after which you will be able to get us a better idea of what legal tools remain at your disposal as well. And of course, you've said that there are some systemic changes which are needed as well, especially when it comes to dealing with powerful men in such cases. Now, what sort of systemic changes are we looking at here? Because when it comes to this verdict, as you mentioned, you do honor the verdict by the courts, but what sort of systemic changes are we looking at here?
We're looking at basically the fact that women need to feel secure, women need to feel that justice is there when they do get into any situation. You see, it's taken 8 years for this. It's not been an easy journey, either for the survivor or for many women in the... And when, for example, after the HEMA commission, when a lot of women did come out and then didn't want to pursue cases, there's so much criticism dumped on the woman when, when we know that these are just very long and hard battles that just go on. So these are the kind of changes that we hope will be seen, that you don't have to go through the torture of an 8-year case, really.
Right. I also want to understand how you assess perhaps some of the fiery testimonies that also came out from the industry. Do you think that's impacted the ability of the prosecution's ability to perhaps prove a conspiracy here, which he was accused of in the first place, of masterminding this entire thing?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. Can you say that again?
I'm just trying to understand if you think some of the testimonies which also came out with regards to this case, do you think those have had some sort of a legal implication and perhaps have impacted the ability to prove a conspiracy in this case, something that he was accused of?
That's what we need to read the judgment. We need to understand how they've come to these conclusions, because as far as we know, it's a lot from the media, mostly from the media, and it did seem that there seemed to be evidence, but there's no way we can tell unless we actually yeah.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Paul, for joining us on this. Of course, we'll continue to track all developments closely here. Neetu, let me just come back to you. Of course, I want to understand the legal basis that was cited as the reason for actor Dileep's acquittal as well. If you could tell us a little about that.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear your question clearly. We are just outside the court premises, so there is a lot of commotion here. I'm just going to tell about the case right now.
Right.
Accused Dileep, the 8th accused in the case, has been found not guilty of all charges. He has basically acquitted of all charges. There were charges of criminal conspiracy, gang rape, and abduction against, including IT Act sections against Dileep. Now, what happens in a criminal conspiracy case is that if somebody conspires, the act itself, all the charges which comes under the act will also be slapped on the person who conspired. That is how Dileep had all these charges against him. Now, he has been acquitted of all these charges, but accused 1 to 6. These are the people who took part in the crime. The 6 of them who directly participated in the crime. The accused A1 being Pulsar Suni. He was the one who was the first accused in the main part of this crime. Now, all 6 of them have been convicted for several sections, including that of gang rape, assault, and also abduction. So these are some, and disappearance of evidence and sections of the IT Act. So these are the sections under which the accused 1 to 6 has been found guilty. Now, outside the court, we can see that certain supporters of Dileep actually celebrating. They are actually distributing sweets outside the district court complex here in Ernakulam. Now, 2017 actress assault was a case which was high at that time in the media, not just because it was an actress, but also a prominent actor. He was one of the main actors of the Malayalam industry who has been brought in as an 8th accused. And according to the prosecution, the charges against him include, it was basically, the prosecution's case was that Dileep was the main conspirator. He was the one who had asked the first accused, to commit this crime, and this was his way of taking revenge on the person, on the actress whom he believed was the reason for his fallout with his first wife, which led to his divorce. So this was the prosecution's case, but the prosecution was not able to prove that case. So Dileep has been found not guilty of all charges. A huge sigh of relief for the actor and his fans. This was also a case which had shook the collective conscience of the state. We saw what had happened after that, including the formation of the WCC, the Women in Cinema Collective, how these women came out from the Association of Malayalam Movie Artists because they were upset with the way in which the association dealt with this. And this went on for too long, 8.5 years. But the first 6 accused have been found guilty, but actor Dileep has been acquitted on all charges.
Right, Neetu, thank you so much for bringing us the latest on this. Let me give you a brief for our viewers here. Actor Dileep, who was an accused in the sensational Kerala actor rape case, can now walk free as the trial court in Kochi has acquitted him of all criminal charges which were levelled against him. He was the 8th accused in this case, and he was accused of masterminding this entire sexual assault.